Ever been in a position when you're always asking why? Thinking that your tears will never dry. Every time that you glance at the sky, your mind's there, but you know you don't got the wings to fly. You feel the wind gently touching your skin, and the voices from within are yelling you shouldn't try. But you're not listening, on your face is a grin. You take the chance even if you shoot into the ground. The world says no, but you say yes. Don't let the negativity take over, do your best. The road you're paving causes feelings that are hard to express, but I promise you that at the end lies the success. Your chest is heavy, all the burdens you carry are slowly taking a toll on your mental inside. I want you to give me a promise and you to truly be honest, that giving up is never going to be what you decide. I know that you've been running your whole life, walking through the darkness with practically no light, feeling depressed, under pressure, a low life, like there's no one to help you to get through all the cold nights. Look in the mirror, tell me, what do you see? A person climbing to the absolute peak. Don't need excuses, cause you are not weak. So chin up and be the very best you can be. Hero, you are a hero. 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 Listen to the rain falling onto the windows, taking the whistles that appear as the wind blows. Remember as a kid for the ringtone, you had a great speech. Tell me, what did that kid know? He knew that failure is a part of success. He knew the lessons are what makes you progress. He knew your quest would put you under the stress, but he also knew the hunger that you truly possess. You've been a great one, still is what you're made of. You've been the same one ever since day one. Became a legend, haven't even finished phase one. Imagine what you'll be when you reach the main one. Predictable how one moment you're on the ground, and the next one you're flying high above the clouds. It's true that you fall, but no matter what happens, you truly need to be proud. I know that you've been running your whole life, walking through the darkness with practically no light, feeling depressed, under pressure, a low life, like there's no one to help you to get through all the cold nights. Look in the mirror, tell me, what do you see? A person climbing to the absolute peak. Don't need excuses, cause you are not weak. So chin up and be the very best you can be. Hero, you are a hero. 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 You are a hero.
Well, welcome. Come on in. We're just so glad that you're coming in. And I know you heard that word. You are a hero. As you come in, go ahead and share, tag, and invite. Tonight is Tuesday. On Tuesday, we have Transformational Tuesday, and we are having our swim team, Sisters Winning in Ministry, that we're here to transform. So on this Transformation Tuesday, it's about your fit journey. Come on, everybody, type fit. That's focus plus impact equal transformation. And we want to go on a hero's journey with Dr. Pat, the H.E.L.P. Well, welcome. I am Dr. Pat, and I am your H.E.L.P, the only one in the world of this kind. I have been a nutrition strategist since 1991, and I am an Empower Me transformative kingdom coach, where it is my desire to educate, to equip, to ignite, to activate, and to transform you to the best person that you can be. Allow me to help. That's healing every living person, and my mission is life. So on tonight, we will start a series come on and say H.E.L.P series. It's 12 fit steps in 4 weeks to your fit hero's journey. How many of you are ready to go into the journey to becoming fit so that you can be focused with an impact and it will bring about transformation? And all of this is for your fit hero's journey. How many of you know that there is a hero in each and every one of you? So allow me to help extract that hero that's in you. So on tonight, we're going to go through 4 of the steps. The first step is ordinary life. There is a need for change. Step number 2 is, what are you feeling called to? Step 3, limiting behavior. What are you allowing to limit your behavior to the call to becoming fit for your hero's journey? And step 4, allow me to be your guide to the side as your mentor. So we're going to look at these 12 steps to your hero's journey and how it relates to your life. How many of you want to be transformed? So as you're coming into the room, I want you to take off your mask tonight. I want you to be totally authentic, totally transparent. Go ahead and get your notepad. So when you recognize there's a transparency question or whether there's something that triggered in my spirit that I need help on, that I need healing on, then I want you to write it down so that you can refer back to it, so that you can specifically identify the areas and the steps that you need on this journey to become that fit hero. And it's about you. And it's my mission to empower you, to activate your faith, to ignite your passion, not just excite you, but to ignite your passion as I empower you to maximize your potential as you are being moved into the level to become fit. Yes, I said fit for this hero's journey. So there's no right or wrong answers here. I just want you to simply reflect. I want you to do a meditation. I want you to listen with your natural ears and your spiritual ears. That as we go through from step 1 to step 3. Step 1 is ordinary life. Yes, we all have an ordinary life. But what is in that ordinary life that you have identified that need to change? So everything, when you're in this mundane, this everyday life, everything seems familiar. Everything, you're in a place where you're comfortable, and sometimes you feel uneasy or you feel dissatisfied. Then I want you to understand that something happens that wake them up. There is something. I want to awaken that hero in up so that you can receive a transformation. So when you have gotten into that place of complacency, procrastination, that data do mentality, that ease zone, I want to awaken the hero in you. So when you awaken it up, then the fact that means that there may be something wrong. So in your life, I want you to do a self-evaluation. Now, come on, I want you to write this down so that you can refer back. So as we're making our steps to being fit on this hero journey, that you're able to accomplish your goal. So tonight, on step 1, in your life, what were the first stirring of this satisfaction? What was that first uneasiness in your spirit? And I want to know, what happened to wake you up to the need for change? You know, I can go back in my life in 2016 that there was a drawing on 2015, and it was a Periscope, it was Facebook, and it was just a drawing to be at the swim conference. And it was awakening my spirit. And then it was, the soul ties. It was just something in there. It was pulling me out of my comfort zone. And I got the sense of uneasiness. And I got dissatisfied with the state that I was in. And so that ordinary life, even though I was a senior healthcare executive, I was making over six figures, had my own business, but and an elder in the church, there still was an uneasiness. There was something that I was dissatisfied. And I knew that there was more. I recognized I needed to change. So I want you to identify. So I gave you that testimony so that you can understand just because you have the title, you may have the prestige, you may have the money, but it doesn't mean that you are that hero. And I want you to be the hero in your life. You are a hero. So, okay, write this question down so you can reflect in your life, make it personal. What were the first stirring of dissatisfaction or unease? So I want to know what happened to wake you up to the need for change. It woke me up. Come on, type across the screen. I am awakened. I want you to awaken so that you can receive the transformation. Step two. How many of you know that there is a call? Have you feel the sense of calling on your life? That as you done stepped out of that ordinary life, you recognize you need a change, and you recognize that even though I've been comfortable, even though there have been this familiar spirit, that I'm dissatisfied and I'm gonna awaken the hero in my life. So then there's a call. When are you sensing a calling on your life? Depending on the hero, this there could be a problem, could be external. There could be something that happens, such as a catastrophe happening in the world, like this pandemic. But other the problem is maybe internal, such as becoming aware of a deep dissatisfaction with some part of your life. So after you're getting exposed to this step, after you recognize that this ordinary life is not for you, you recognize you need a change, you recognize and you act upon the awakening, and then you looking at the call. What is happening now in your life? So after we're going through these steps and you're being exposed to this information, I want you to feel called. Or you come on and declare, I feel called. But what are you feeling called to? Called to do something in the blanks. This transformation Tuesday, on this hero's journey, I feel called to do something. So as a hero, come on, are you a hero? See, you got to make that declaration, that affirmation, I am a hero. So the hero is challenged to take action. So you're saying, I'm feeling called. I'm feeling called to what? You have to fill in the blank. So write that transparency question down. What am I being called to do something about? So now you're called to be challenged to take action and step into the unknown. Yes, right now we take authority over that spirit of fear. I want you to take that step. You're feeling called. You're recognizing what I'm feeling called to. And now I'm going to act on what I've been called to do. So in your life, what are you feeling? You're feeling called to do. Remember, this could be a calling that already happened, or it could be a calling that's happening now. So some of the different things that I think of, it could be an advance in your career. Are you called to pursue a passion? Are you being called to improve your health? Are you being called to change a relationship? Are you being called? Are you feeling the call? If you're feeling the call, then you need to write that. See, I want the hero in you to come forward, but I want the hero to come forward and to come forward to be fit, that you're going to be focused with impact so that there shall be transformation. So you can be feeling called to start a business. Something is in your spirit. I want you to type it in the screen because it's I'm writing it down. I'm making it and I'm going to start believing it. I'm going to start saying it because I feel it and I'm acting on what I'm feeling. I'm not just feeling an emotion, but then it could be a call that you're pursuing for a business, a call to support a cause. You can be a call to be a. So, what are you feeling called to? Only you can answer that. Am I helping someone in this cyberspace? Allow me, Dr. Pat, to help you. Let's pause. Let's pause for a moment because I really want that to resonate. Think about what do you feel to? See, and you may have a lot of things that you're writing down, but go ahead and write it down. Everything that you sense a calling for, write it down because we're going from the ordinary to the extraordinary because you have already recognized there is a need for change. Transformation. A change is not a change until you change. You can want to change, you can desire change, you can just talk about change, you can write about change, but until you actually change, a change is not a change. So that second step, what are you feeling called to? So as we progress with the third step, there could be limiting. What are you limiting yourself? What box have you placed yourself in that you don't see, you don't know, you don't recognize that there's a hero? You don't have the consciousness of a hero because you're allowing these limiting behavior to keep you stuck. Come on. We're going to annihilate those limiting behaviors to the call. So often, at first, the hero fails to answer the call. I don't know about you, but I have failed to answer some call. But now that I know that I have greatness inside of me, I know that I am the Empower Me Transformative Kingdom Coach. I know that I'm the helpologist, that I'm not afraid to answer the call. So some of the heroes that will not allow that hero to come forward because they are afraid of what it will take. Am I helping you in this cyberspace? What are you afraid of? Anytime that I do a question, I need you to write that question down. And I need you all this week. I want you to ponder. I want you to answer that question and to thine own self be true. So are you afraid of what it will take? Let me tell you, when I got the call to come off my job, a job making six figures, and God called me off of my job to do this kingdom assignment. And I had to recognize that I had greatness. I got the hero inside of me, and the greater one resides in me. I had to realize that in step one, that I'm not going to live this ordinary life. I'm not going to live it because I knew I was being called to something. And so I had to take limitation. I had to recognize that God is my source and these are resources. I had to recognize that yes, it may seem like, you don't have enough, but you got to get in a mindset. See, your mind do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind in order to annihilate these limiting behaviors. You're going to have to just do it. Come on, type all across the screen. I will do it no matter what it takes. So what is that you need to transform in? Whether it could be in your career, your passion, to improve your health, a change a relationship, to start a business, to support a call, whatever it is, just do it. So another thing, that the refusal. See, some people refuse a limiting behavior, a limiting action is that I refuse to answer the call. Come on, declare and decree. I will not refuse this call. These are some of the excuses. They don't think that they can do it. I want to speak to everyone under the sound of my voice. There is a hero in you. So receive the transformation. Receive this fit. Focus plus impact is going to equal transformation. I want you to change the way you think, change the way you look at life, change the way you look at situation, and look through the lens of how God sees you, and take authority over every limiting behavior. Because how many of you know in John 10 and 10 it says, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. It want to steal your dreams. It want to destroy that hero that is inside of you. But he said that I have come that you may have life. Yes, my mission is life, lifelong impact for everyone, that you may have life and that life more abundantly. So I want you to take authority over every behavior that limiting you. So then they think that it will be hard. But let me tell you, it may be hard. But then you got to get to the place that I'm not going to have this ordinary life. I recognize I need a change. I am awakened to this hero that's inside of me. And I'm feeling and I'm sensing a call, and I'm going to pursue that call. And then you got to know that even though it's hard, even though there may be obstacles, even though there may be barriers, that I'm still gonna persevere. I'm still gonna move forward, because this hero, I'm on a journey, y'all. How many of you on a journey to recognize, to expand, and identify, and to live in this supernatural power of being fit on this hero's journey? See, they think it's hard. Some of you out there may be feeling a little insecure or inadequate, but I want to speak to you. When God made you, he broke the mold. There is no one else like you. So take authority of that limiting behavior and declare that nobody can beat me being me. And I am adequate, and I have the greater one inside me. And I walk in excellent. I speak as excellent. I talk in excellent. And everything I do it with a spirit of excellence. And you get to get into a place that you believe. Come on, say, I believe in me. Coming into 2021, God gave me a word, unstoppable resilience. Then he said, in this season, it's all about you. And that's why we're focusing on you, on your hero's journey. That is all about you. You have to make that declaration. I will empower me. I will invest in me. So if there's an area that you have identified that you feel a sense that you're inadequate, go and find out what you need to do so that you can feel that security or they familiar, that life that I got comfortable in the call, and that I'm resisting any new adventure. Some of you are hesitating. I take authority over that spirit of hesitate. Don't you know that's a limiting behavior? But they become increasingly aware that there are real, I want you to know that there are real consequences if you do not act. If you do not act, you sense the calling. You recognize that you want to live an extraordinary life. You have been awakened. And so now you have to know. I want you to know that if you continue to allow these limiting behaviors to take authority over you, there's something in your life that's meaningfully, it will be lost. So in your life, I want to ask this question. Come on, write it down. What fears or limiting behaviors did I experience after becoming aware of the problem that is or was calling me to action? Pause a minute. Write this question. What additional situation or information were I presented with that will further help me to see what is at stake? Another transparency question. What am I going to lose if I continue to allow these limiting behaviors to hinder my calls, to be a fit hero. Now, step 4, that after, you're saying that it's no longer ordinary life. I recognize I need to change. I've been awakened. I sense the calling, whatever your calling is. I'm taking authority over these limiting behaviors. And I recognize that if I continue in these limiting behaviors, that there are some things that will be lost. So the step 4 is guide to the side. How many of you have a mentor? Come on, type across this stream. A mentor. In most stories, the hero, in most stories, whether it's fictional or whether it's day-to-day life, the hero meets someone. They meet a guide, a mentor, or a helpologist, glory to God, that provides vital advice and points them in what? The right direction. So the timing of the appearance of that mentor or that guide, it varies. So if you as a hero, if you refuses to call, you refuse to answer, you refuse to follow these steps, then often that helper, that helpologist of some type appears to nudge you. I've been sent here tonight to nudge you into that area of transformation, nudge you into that place of answering the call. So sometimes the guide or the mentor or the helpology continue to return to the hero. See, I'm going to return for 4 weeks. I'm going to return every Tuesday. But we're going to have 4 weeks of this, and I'm going to return to that hero that I'm calling out. And I want to provide help. Would you allow me to help you, to heal you, every living person? Am I helping you in this cyberspace? Allow me, Dr. Pat, to be your helpologist to help move you along on this journey. So however, the guide never saves. I'm not here to save the hero. I'm not here to do everything for you, but I want the hero, glory to God, to want to be saved. But at that time, the hero never does it alone. I want you to know that you're not alone, that you have a helper, you have a guide to the side, you have a mentor, you have Dr. Pat, the helpologist, that will be here to walk you through your fit hero journey over the next 4 weeks. Now, I want to ask this question and write it down. In your life, who have been your guide? A mentor? Can you list all the influence you? See, I want you to make a list including mentors who do not even know that or see themselves as a guide. And this may be an author of books that you read, or if you're listening on YouTube or some social media, that they mentoring you from afar. I want you to write that down. However, make sure that you identify, not only write down who these people are, but I want you to identify what guidance that you have received that specifically relates to your story. We're talking about this journey. So throughout the rest of the steps that we will follow up on tomorrow, on next week, I want you to make a note. Anytime that there's a guide, anytime there's a mentor, or if you're getting anything from me tonight, make a note that what did you receive specifically? And I would give you an example. Then my guide to the side, my mentor, my personal helpologist would be Bishop R.C. Blakes and Lady Lisa Blakes, that they have been mentoring me long time before they even knew me. They mentored me through the words that they have spoken, to the books that he has written. They mentored me through the life that they live, through character and integrity, that I watched their life. So you can be mentored. And then it just so happened that God brought us together because I desired, I followed step 1, that I desired change. I was awakened. out of that ordinary life to an extraordinary life. And I sensed the calling that was calling me to come to swim in 2016. And I knew that was greater in me, but I needed to receive help. I needed to receive healing. And I got into a safe environment to receive my healing. Yes, even as a senior healthcare executive, even as an ordained elder, even as a business entrepreneur, but I recognized that I needed some change. I recognized that was greater that was in me. And so I sought out help. And then I had a time to identify whatever limiting behaviors that held me back. And then I recognized that's my mentor that's speaking to my life. And if you look on the screen, everything you see on the screen has been produced since, glory to God, that I came into that safe space at Swim. And you can see my first book, Faithfully Favored and Fit, 5 Power Principles to Excelling While You're Serving with a Pure Heart. And then I did the I Serve Study Guide. Then I did Fit by God's Design. It's an annual planner. And it's for serving, it's for health, it's for nutrition and fitness for life. And then I have a daily fitness and nutritional journal. I'm not saying these things to toot my own horn, but I want you to understand that when you get into the place, you receive that guide to the side, that mentor, when you're on this fit hero's journey, that you're going to see that there's a shifting in your mind, in your mindset, and you're able to do things that otherwise you didn't think that you could do. And then, I formulated my own publishing company, F3T3 Publishing Company, Building Global Champions for the Kingdom. And the book that I wrote, Relentless Believer of Prayer, that I did it, I self-published it, I did everything, and it became, and it was just the other day, it's one of Amazon's best-selling book. And then in 2021, God pressed upon me to do 2021 is an empowerment. But if you see the big me, it's an annual planner for relentless transformation and success. Now, I'm saying and sharing this so that you can understand the steps that got me to that place. So I just encourage you to be fit. Focus plus impact equal transformation. A fit hero's journey. I'm Dr. Pat, and I pray that something I said tonight will carry you to the next week, to have you to ponder, to help you to make the necessary changes. I pray that something was awakened in your spirit, that as you have sensed the call and you move out, and that you take authority over those limiting behaviors and recognize the mentors, the guide to the side, or the helpologists. I want you to understand that help is available. I'm Dr. Pat, and I am the helpologist, the only one in the world of this kind. And I'm also a part of the SWIM, that Sisters Winning in Ministry core team, whereas the founder is Bishop R.C. Blakes, my mentor, my guide to the side. So, from my heart to yours, you be empowered to prosper, have good success. Always remember, love never fails. And to remember, help is available. I will see you next week. But all week long, I want you to ponder, go back and listen to this over and over. Everywhere there was a question, I want you to write that question down. And I want you to go back and be honest, to be authentic, so that you can receive everything you need as you're making these steps to your fit